I just created all of these PBR materials from scratch using Nano Banana Pro. These work in every 3D software, every game engine, every rendering application you can think of. And today I'm going to show you exactly, step by step, how I did it. Stay tuned, because I'm literally going to give away all of these maps for you completely free. And yes, they are in 4K resolution and seamless. So let's dive right in. Hey, what's up guys? Nuno here. So you probably remember that video I posted a while back about creating PBR materials with Nano Banana, right? And look, it worked pretty well, but there were these annoying visible seams in some places. Plus, the normal maps weren't being created correctly in some cases. And I'll be honest with you, that was totally on me. I should have been way more careful when checking each individual map. So here's what I did. I went down this massive rabbit hole researching how I could create PBR materials with AI that would, number one, have zero visible seams, and number two, be absolutely perfect to use in any 3D platform you throw at it. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy to get Nano Banana Pro to deliver what I was asking. So first, I tried asking different AI models to generate the perfect prompt for me. I started with ChatGPT 5.2 and it gave me this absolutely massive prompt. Here it is. So this was pretty long, and I generated some images with this super detailed prompt. And guess what? You can still see visible seams. Some of them are actually pretty noticeable. So yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so I thought, maybe it's the AI model. So I switched over to Gemini and it gave me this prompt. Seamless stylable texture of specific material, top-down view, flat lining, neutral lining, PBR material, 8K resolution, highly detailed, photorealistic, edge-to-edge, no vignetting, no perspective, repeating pattern. So I tried this one too, and you can still see here that it still gave me materials that aren't tiling perfectly. And that's exactly what I need, right? Perfect tiling. So after all of this testing and trying to figure out what could work, I decided to try something crazy. What if I just made the prompt super simple? And you know what? That's when everything changed. Here it is, the simplest prompt that gives the best results. Create a seamless texture on all sides of whatever you want, Albedo. That's it. Just replace whatever you want with brushed aluminum, stone cladding floor, brick wall, weathered concrete, you name it. I'm telling you, this simple prompt, it's the one that gives the best results. Oh, and before we dive in, I'm using Chat LLM by Abacus AI for this. I mentioned them in a previous video, but seriously, they are amazing. They have all the AI models integrated into one platform for just $10 a month. Super convenient, and that's what I'm using throughout this entire tutorial. Alright, here's how we're going to do this. First, create a new chat by clicking that little plus icon on the left side. Now by default, it will show you everything. If you want to use Nano Banana directly, you will just go to the top and select Nano Banana Pro. But I don't want that because I want more control over the generation. So instead, click this image button right here. A new window pops on the right. This is where you have all the extra properties for image generation. Okay, here's how I configured everything. Number of images. I always go with 4 images. This will waste more credits, I know, but here's why I do it. I want as much variation as possible so I can immediately pick the best one. For the resolution, in my previous video I used 1K for faster generation, but now I'm going full 4K because we want professional quality textures that will look great on any render. Now this part is crucial. You need to disable this option because I don't want the AI messing with my prompt. I want it to use only what I tell it to use. No modifications, no improvements, just my exact prompt. Alright, here's my example prompt. Create a seamless texture on all sides of a brick wall, Albedo. Now just click generate and give it about a minute. Okay, so now you've got your 4 variations. Here we can select the best one, which for me it's this one. Let's load the texture into Photoshop and see what we are working with. Now, here's the thing. How do we actually test if this tiled correctly? Well, there's this amazing feature that, honestly, I didn't even know about it until the user May2309 commented on my last video. So, shout out to May2309 for letting me know about it. Here's what you do. Go to View, activate Pattern Preview. You will instantly see if your texture tiles seamlessly or not. So when I look at these textures with Pattern Preview on, they look quite good, like significantly better than my previous attempts. Now, if you zoom in, and I mean really zoom in close, you might see some tiny seams, super small. I really couldn't get rid of this 100%, but they are so minor that most people won't even notice them. But hey, we are perfectionists here, right? So let me show you how to fix even those tiny imperfections. So the first method, the offset filter technique. Alright, first let's disable Pattern Preview so we can see what we are doing clearly. Here's the process. Duplicate your layer, this is important. Then go to Filter, Other, Offset. Now set it to half your resolution. So if you're working with 4K, you would enter 20 by 48. Create a mask on that duplicated layer, grab your brush tool by pressing B, and since we are working with organic materials like rocks, I'm setting the hardness to about 90%, but you can keep changing these values. Now just start painting over those seam areas. You can adjust the hardness as you go. It's pretty straightforward. You are basically just blending those seams away manually. This works great, but there's actually an even better way. Okay, this method is ridiculously simple. Watch this. Just select the area where you see the seam, make it a nice big selection, use generative fill, and press OK. That's it. Photoshop will fill that area with new content that still tiles perfectly. You would get multiple options to choose from, and they all work great. Now, the downside I see of using the Firefly image approach is that the resolution is pretty low in comparison to the 4K images. So now that we've got our perfect albedo texture all fixed up, we need to generate all the other maps that make a complete PBR material. Let me walk you through each one. Go to Image and click to load your fixed albedo texture. Just upload it, and here's your prompt. Generate a normal map texture. Keep it at 2 images. That's plenty to pick the best one. Leave it at 4K resolution. Click Generate Image. And boom, super quick, you've got your normal map. Now, let's make the same process here, just change the prompt. Generate the roughness map. Easy peasy. Okay, for the height map, I'm going to get a bit more specific with my prompt. This is important because we want to capture all those subtle details. Generate the height map texture. Many of the individual stone faces have slanted or chipped appearance. Medium contrast. Now pay attention to the last part, medium contrast. This is super important. Without specifying the contrast level, the AI might not capture all those small details that make your displacement map actually useful. So don't skip that part. Generate it, and I really like this one right here. Last but not least, the ambient occlusion map. This one's simple. Generate ambient occlusion map. Just like that, and there you have it. A complete PBR material set. Alright, moment of truth. Let's load all these textures into Marmoset and see how they look. I'm loading up the albedo, normal, roughness, height, and ambient occlusion maps. And look at that. This is how the material looks in Marmoset. Pretty nice, right? But wait, there's more. I actually use this material in a real project I'm working on in Lumion. Check out this render. This is that exact texture we just created, and you can see it works beautifully. No visible seams, great detail, perfect tiling. This is exactly what we are going for. Okay, so this method works for pretty much all textures, but I want to be honest with you. there are still some cases where you will need to do a couple of tries and tweak your prompt a bit before you get it exactly right. It's not always perfect on the first shot, but that's okay, that's part of the creative process. And again, here's my honest take. If you can find what you need on a PBR texture site like Polygon, textures.com, or any of those other sites, and they have exactly what you're looking for, just download it. Those materials are really, really good, and they are already made, and they are tested, and they are ready to use. Why reinvent the wheel, right? But, and this is where AI really shines, this method is perfect for when you have something super specific in your head, you can't find it anywhere online, you need something custom for your project, you want to experiment and see what's possible, or you just need variation of existing materials. So this is a great way to start experimenting and see what kind of unique materials you can create. So to recap what we learned today. 1. Keep your prompt simple. Always use 4K resolution. Generate multiple variations. Use pattern preview in Photoshop. Fix seams manually or with generative fill. And generate all your PBR maps. Now remember in the beginning when I said I would give away all the PBR materials maps I just created. So I'm giving them completely free, and all you have to do is click in the link in the description below and sign up. That's it. So these materials work in every 3D software or 3D render like Blender, 3ds Max, Lumion, Twinmotion, Unreal, you name it. And by the way, I'm doing all of this through Chat LLM by Abacus AI. It's just $10 a month for access to Nano Banana Pro, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Kling, and even the popular Magnific AI upscaler. You get thousands of messages, about 400 premium images, and about 50 video clips monthly. It's way cheaper than paying separate subscriptions. The link will be in the description below. And let me know in the comments which techniques would you like me to test next. I read every single comment, and your feedback helps me make better content for you. And if this helped you, hit the like button, it helps other architects find this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.